It bums me out, it bums me out. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, lovely peoples. I am Michelle. This is my wheelchair Betty, and you're watching Rebelwheels NYC. Well, there are a lot of things in the world that bum me out at this moment, but the thing that we're going to talk about is what happens when I go to a protest with like open heart and solidarity, and I am met with ableist reactions. As a person who is disabled as fuck, represent, who is visibly disabled whenever I go out, I am met with ableist reactions, and usually it's people who just gawk at me because, oh my god, I'm the first person ever to be in a wheelchair. Oh, take a photo. But people react, it's gawking, it's usually confusion. It's like, I wonder why she's in a wheelchair, or she's so young in a wheelchair. I wonder what happened. It's pity, where you're like, because so many people think disability is just so tragic. Whenever I see someone who's disabled, I just get so sad. The tragedy, I can't stand it. And sometimes, the third category is disdain, which involves dirty looks, and ews, and so much fun. Stop doing that. So anyway, when these things happen, it sucks. It sucks large things in a very unpleasurable way. What? But it's in passing. When you go to a protest and it happens, unless you just leave in that moment, it keeps happening. I'll tell you a story what happened. So I went to a protest the other day, last week. And what happened was, so one thing I like to do is I like to take photos at protests because that's one thing that I enjoy doing, and it's one way that I know I can contribute. So anyway, so at one point people are kind of marching in a circle as they're chanting, show me what democracy looks like, this is what democracy looks like, and they're chanting and everything, and I'm like, what? And I'm all in it. But while at the same time, I am outside of the circle so I can get photos of people going, why, yeah, and woo, and all of a sudden this one person who was not looking sad at anyone else, every fucking time this person went by me in the circle, that same fucking look of pity. Disability is so tragic, and it's like, what do you do with that as a disabled activist, especially someone who is intersectional? I want to fight the fuckery, and one way of doing that is to get out and be at protests, which I know not everyone can do, but sometimes I can do that. So when I can, I want to do that. But at the same time, I don't want to open myself up to like ableism in that way. I just wish people would be like, how would I feel if I was on the receiving end of this behavior that I'm doing? But people aren't thinking about that. They're so wrapped up in their own, like, oh, it's so tragic, and I can't stand it. Plus, and I do want to say, it didn't always happen. Like before this, I went to 3 or 4 protests, and I didn't experience any ableism. But what do I do when it does? I suppose, in theory, I could approach people and be like, hey, can I talk to you about ableism? I've done this in the past. I don't want to be the one to be like, hi, I'm Michelle. I'm disabled. Can I talk to you about ableism? I have no problem representing for people who are disabled. That's disability pride up the, what? I would say up the ass, but no, that's weird. Disability pride in abundance, not anywhere near the ass. But I don't want to be the person who always has to be the educator. You know what I mean? I want to show up to a protest and just participate like everyone else without having to first educate you on why you shouldn't be ableist and what is ableism. And hey, there's a word called ableism because most people don't even know the word. So this is what I have decided to do. One, I'm going to always check in with myself and say, hey, self, not only do you have the physical spoons to go to this protest, but do you have the emotional spoons to spare should shit get ableist? Also, I created a website, and basically it is an outreach site that breaks down ableism. So it's a way to kind of educate people if there's awareness about ableism without you, the disabled person, having to be like, and here's all my spoons that will be required to educate you. You know what I mean? Like, we got shit to do. We're busy. We don't have time to educate every single fucking person individually. So share the shit out of this site with every person you know, disabled or otherwise, every group, just everyone. So that's my plan for this. What do you think? Put all your comments in the comments section because that's where they belong. Also, bam, check out sudden fingers. Check out these videos. They're related and they might be of interest. That being said, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, and that's it.